And Donald Trump is encouraging his supporters to act as poll monitors on Tuesday, calling the election process, quote, rigged, which he has done many times. Now Philadelphia's district attorney is overseeing a special, quote, election fraud task force to make sure that everything goes smoothly next week. Rick Leventhal live in Philadelphia today on the campaign trail. So, Rick, what are you hearing out there?
Well, Martha, the DA's office has been monitoring elections here in Philadelphia for decades, but set up this task force in 2014 to investigate and prosecute allegations of Election Day criminal activity. They set up a hotline, and they deployed dozens of detectives and district attorneys to monitor polling places and watch for fraud and intimidation. We actually reported on a notorious example outside a public housing building here in Philadelphia back in 2008 when we found two members of the new Black Panther Party standing outside the polling place, one with a billy club who told me they were acting as security. This is actually illegal, and the DA says he wants to be sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. So this year's election fraud task force has grown with almost 70 investigators standing by.
I just want your viewers to know that here in Philadelphia, we gave birth to America and our democracy, and we're going to do all that we can on November the 8th to ensure that the vote is protected and that our democracy remains strong.
Because Philadelphia is heavily Democratic, 7-1, the DA says they actually have more polling problems on primary day than the general election, Martha.
So what kind of things are they looking for in particular, Rick?
Well, typically they say they answer calls on reports of illegal voting or refusal by election officials to recognize poll watchers, also intimidation or illegal electioneering when people are standing too close to polling places with buttons or signs promoting their candidate and trying to sway votes. Now, the city has investigated and prosecuted several election officials for fraud and tampering with machines just last year, but only a handful of votes were affected, and most political observers believe it will be nearly impossible to illegally affect the outcome of any election, Martha.
Well, that stuff is not allowed. Rick, thank you very much.